Ladies and gentlemen, we'll be starting our AI Plus Power 2025 Tech Conference shortly. Please take your seat and ensure your phones are set to silent mode. Thank you for your cooperation. And this session will be conducted in English. Now, we have come to the final session of the morning on this stage, where we turn our attention to an increasingly important topic, AI safety. This session is titled A Safer AI, Beyond Definition to Implementation, and it will be delivered by Mr. Robert Zhou, APAC Director, AI Data, DataForce by TransPerfect. Robert will be sharing practical insight on how to build and deploy AI systems that are trustworthy, secure, and compliant. Please join me in giving a warm welcome to Robert. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, thank you everyone. I hope you are not hungry already. So this is going to be quick, but it is not going to be boring, because the topic here today I'm to present is quite different to all these booths, all these presenters just going to share with you. Because what I focus is not a specific technology. It's not going to be a specific like a solution, but a broader topic, but most important to the next generation, which is safer AI. So, first of all, let me ask you a question. On what level you trust AI? Do you trust AI to take care of your kids? Do you trust AI to drive your car? Do you trust AI to take care of your parents? I mean, 100% trust, not like, okay, 50%, 30%. Why? I mean, maybe most of you want to use AI, but you don't trust 100% to rely on AI. But why? I think the reason is quite simple. Because you think it is not safe. Because there are like risks that you cannot control, and also the consequence you cannot take. So we are talking about all these AI applications, all these AI solutions. But if you cannot trust them, you cannot have AI with a safer level, and you can rely on them, this is nonsense. So before we can 100% trust AI, we want to know why and how we can build a safer AI. Well, unfortunately, the level of trust by human being to AI is quite low. So according to some research, the trust level of AI of the entire human being is only 35%. That means, okay, you want to use AI, but you cannot trust them. The level of trust is only 35%. However, for those companies who provide AI applications, products, for example, autonomous driving, right? You rely on a car to drive the car for you, and if there's something happens, you think, okay, this car company, they have to take the responsibility. That means while the level of trust is only 35%, but the accountability is 77 or even higher. And consumers, they are not very sure about AI. And they think that, okay, we need to implement a lot of moderations and a lot of like other regulations on AI. So there must be some real failures in this world caused or somehow caused by AI. First of all, technical failure. So back to 2 months ago, the very big tragedy caused, well, not caused by Xiaomi car, but it was an accident, caused like 3 young lives. And that was Xiaomi car, and well, nobody say it was 100% Xiaomi's responsibility, but is there any technical issue in it to cause the 3 young lives? And the ethical failure. So you put on your personal information on the internet, and the AI, or for example, DeepSeek or OpenAI, they just manipulate your personal information, and they leak your information to some advertisement or commercial use. That's not good. That's not acceptable, or totally not acceptable. And also, when a company, they failed, or they have something like a negative influence by the AI, they will have the reputation damage. And their like a price market, their stock market price will fail. So these are the real world failures, not caused by AI, but they are actually AI failures. Okay, there are consequences for sure. First of all is financial impact. And if you are developing an AI application, if you are building some application or solutions, you failed. You need to be punished. You will have some fine. You will have to like pay, or even your stock price will drop. And then you will face a legal issue. People will sue you, and you will go to, well, you have to explain everything. You need to prove everything. That is a lot of cost. Last but not least is the reputation damage. This reputation is not only for one brand or one product, it is for the entire AI industry. So when there are more and more or more frequent AI failures, people less and less trust AI. That's not good for our industry, not good for all these like companies here. So what is safer AI? There are different definitions or different angles. First of all, reliable and safe. That is for sure. And we must have a very consistent like system perform under all conditions. And the second is fairness and inclusiveness. The third is transparency. All these companies who develop AI applications or use public data, they must be transparent. The fourth is privacy and security, for sure. And the last one is, but not least, is a human oversight. That means always, when we use AI or we apply an AI application, we have to have human oversight. That must be appropriate human review for these high-stake translations. Okay. So how can we do to have a safer AI? This is one case study. So we are working with our client. Our client is IBM. Everyone knows IBM, right? And IBM, they are building an AI application or AI product called Guardian 3.0. So what is that Guardian? To guard what? So Guardian 3.0 model is an AI to detect risk in prompts and the response of a large language model. So to be simple, this is an AI to detect the result of other AIs. For example, ChatGPT, right? DeepSeek, or other like AI agent, or the AI agent the lady just mentioned. They are creating prompts, they are creating content every day. And these content are public and they are shown to everyone. Maybe your kids, maybe your parents. Are they safe enough to be published? So IBM debuted Guardian 3.0, which is an AI application to detect the AI result, AI output from the AI agent or DeepSeek or OpenAI. So for us, DataForce, so we are a data company. We provide data service to our client. And what IBM is looking for to build an AI application, they need us to provide them the training data. And the training data will be high quality, diverse annotation of human force and of harmful and safe prompts to train the model to detect and block harmful requests entirely. The second goal is to classify them across dimensions such as harmfulness, social bias, and ethical concerns. That means in different scenario, in different country, for different group of people, the content should be safe in different definition. For example, if you are presenting something in a Muslim country, you must follow their rules. You cannot simply say, oh, I like sausage, I like pork. That is not appropriate. And if this is going to be something political, and this is going to be different regulations in different area. So they must have the definition of safe. And then why it is difficult? Because identifying harmful content is very, very complex. And it needs to be taken care of case by case. So to address this challenge, IBM, they required a very, very big database of safe and unsafe prompts to train their large language model. And then they can ensure high accuracy in detecting these inappropriate inputs. So we help them to create a white list, a black list. So how to do that? So first of all is content generation. That means we generate a wide range of complicated scenarios. For example, for kids, right? For some Muslim countries, for different group of people. The definition of safe, the definition of appropriate or inappropriate content is different. And then we also have a diverse annotation process. That means we will have different group of people to join this conversation, to join these annotations, and they will show their personal inputs. For example, we will have Mandarin speakers, and Hong Kongese speakers, Cantonese speakers, or other speakers. And they have the different definition. Even I think they're using, well, Chinese. But the definition of a word or of a content in different dialects can be different. And also, we have a very, very comprehensive QA and a testing solution. So that means DataForce, we cooperate with IBM together to test the datasets group, analyze the result, and then refine data for quality assurance. So this process identifies the most impactful data to training the Guardian 3.0. Last but not least, custom support. So we are a data company. What we do is not to develop AI applications. We are providing training data. Also, we are providing the human force to do the annotation. That is what we do for our client. So we provide customer support. That means we will work with IBM to refine annotation protocols, ensure alignment, and on every process. Okay, how to do that? Technically speaking, we have our own platform. First of all, we have the user intent prompt collection system. So this is our own developed system. So for example, all our users across the world, they can log in this system and they can have their input prompts. The second is the large language model comparison and evaluation system platform. So you can see here. So this prompt or this task is to translate from English to Mandarin The quick brown fox jumps over the lazy dog. So this is a nonsense sentence, but we want to test different GPTs, Bing, Cloud, DeepSeek, how they perform the same task, how they perform this translation, and then we will have our human evaluators to score the result. Okay, maybe ChatGPT is better, and why? And this is give a direct feedback from the human being, because for everything we're doing, it is for human. It is not for AI. AI is working for humans. So we need to get the feedback, evaluation from human, which AI is better. And also, so this is we called hallucination, AI 幻觉. So what is AI hallucination? That means, okay, you have a request to the AI, and they give you a feedback. Oh, they made a very long conversation, but it makes no sense at all. They think they are making sense, but for a human being to see, it doesn't make any sense. So in Chinese, it means 一本正经的胡说八道. So they have a long conversation. They have no sense in this feedback. So we need human being to test the result. Otherwise, if there are some nonsense or unsafety content in this response or in this AI-generated content, that's going to be harmful. And we need human to test that. The last one is our new multimodal comparison for image generation. For example, I think some of you are using ChatGPT or other like AI generation. So I want you to draw a picture for me. I want you to draw, create a video for me. So for different platforms, they are performing a different output. So we can compare, for example, I asked the GPT to draw a picture or image of a laptop. Okay, and then we can ask our annotator to work on our platform to compare the two different outputs of, for example, from Bing to GPT, which is better. And they can give a direct feedback, which is better, and why this is better. So this is for the multimodal LLM. So last thing, well, a lot of introduction of safer AI and our applications. So our company is called DataForce, and we are under the group TransPerfect. So DataForce, TransPerfect, we are the world's largest data service company. We're not developing AI. We're not developing AI applications. We are simply a provider of the training data. For example, if you are going to train your large language model, you are going to train your chatbot or any AI applications, you must need AI data, training data sets. So what we are doing is to use the human force. That's why we call ourselves DataForce. We use human force to collect the data, image, text, video, audio, everything, and also to do the annotation. What is annotation? What we showed before is annotation, right? And then you will use this annotated training data for your applications, for your algorithm, for the training purpose. And thank you, everyone. My name is Robert. I am the director of the AI data service from DataForce. And this is my WeChat. Feel free to add me if you want. And thank you for everything. Do you have any questions?
Is there any questions for Mr. Robert?
Yes, please. Yes, that's right. So we call these like annotators or data collectors. They are the people to test the result. They are the people to evaluate the result of the AI. However, we definitely need to train these people first. So we are a human force company. We call ourselves DataForce. We use human force to provide training data, to evaluate data, to test the AI. And we are training these people. We must guide these people how to use our applications. We must to train this data how to define the result is good or not, safe or not. So what we do is we are evaluating our human force, our annotators. We train them, we guide them, we manage them to do this work. So that's what we do. Thank you.